I'm streaming but not recording. Now we're recording. Okay. For those of you in YouTube land, I deeply apologize that we have gotten a half hour into this and I didn't realize that I wasn't actually recording. I was only streaming. And that's not cool. Okay. I want to have the stream replay of this. And that goes there, and that goes there. And this goes here. And let's cross-connect those. Cross-connect that. And connect that. Put it on the grid. Throw a light there. Okay, so that's nice and evened out. And we're producing 38.4 megawatts. That's a good amount. Okay, so now that we've done that, I think we need to worry about getting electric furnaces. And if we want to get electric furnaces, if we want to grow our base, we're going to need electric furnaces. So, but we're going to need 250 chemical science packs. And what, again, is the requirement for blue science packs? It's sulfur, red chips, if I remember correctly, and engine units. And engine units, red chips and engine units are both a little bit complicated. And both require iron of sorts. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, I think in order to meet the needs to create these things, we're going to actually have to increase our copper output. Do I have any mining machines? Yes, I do. And I mean, look at that. We're running off of 6 machines. So, yeah, we need to add more. This is hopelessly... Our copper supply is hopelessly insufficient as it stands right now. So let's go ahead and add some mining machines. Which we can do, because we added power. Okay. See, put that in place, put that in place, and attach that. All right, well, that's going to help a little bit. Did this machine ever finally use up all of its copper? No, it didn't. I don't know if you remember, but we had this splitter set up to separate copper when this machine, no doubt, at some point picks up some copper, so this will separate it and put it onto the proper belt. Okay, copper, that's a little better. Still not as great as it could be, but we'll stick with it for now. So red chips would require plastic bars and more copper coils. Is that overtaxing our copper supply, do you think? I suspect yes. Which leads me to think that maybe this array right here is just not going to be sufficient. So maybe we make a bunch more. See, this is Factorio for you. You try to do one thing and you discover problems, so you try to solve those problems so you can do that one thing. But then doing that one thing requires solving more problems and more problems and more problems, and before you know it, you forget what you were originally trying to do. You're just trying to solve shortages, and then once you realize that you've solved your shortages, then you're like, well, why are they shortages? What was I trying to do in the first place? Duh. So, this is Factorio. And again, for those of you in YouTube, I say you, excuse me. I say YouTube. I say for those of you on my original channel, we're trying to increase our power supply so we can increase the size of our base. Our power supply needs to grow in order for our factory to grow, and as we all know, the factory must grow. What next? Lab research speed, I suppose. Might as well. Let's tap off the coal. Okay, that would come that way. Oops, no, that's not right. Okay. Do I have any red belts? Yes, I do. Okay, if we bring that there, bring this way, just like the one below it. Alright, so now power... Oh, no. No. We actually need to have some discharge belts. And I am out of blue inserters, but we've got some more over here because that's what we did. Boy, you know, it's really bad to be streaming with nobody watching because you get some bad habits. Habits like not talking. Like, kind of really wanted to do some streaming, but there's nobody watching, and as a result, you just kind of feel like you get self-conscious. You're talking to yourself, and I don't like it. And it's a bad habit, especially if you know that the material you're making is going to be saved and used as a video later on. So, yeah, it's kind of bad for me to sit here and... Oh, I can't... Freaking mouse. Can't go straight with it. So, yeah. So I'm sitting here, not talking, and it's not good for anybody. Okay, let's see what's next. Flamethrower. I don't have military science yet. I could do modular armor. We'll start that. And, yep, just checking the... Checking the Discord, any kind of hint that maybe somebody's watching. Nobody's watching. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Get rid of the coal. Get rid of the copper. Okay, our steel, also anemic. Figured it would be eventually. Oh, holy smokes. Well, no wonder it's anemic. How did that get in there? Oh, nutso. That's why. Okay. Fornicata waterfowl. Oh, it shouldn't be going into that splitter. See, this thing is mining copper, but then the copper, before it gets to this splitter, is going to this splitter. So, okay, I'm going to copy that. There we go. Okay. Then we're just going to remove that. And this is going to come this way. There we go. I can't believe that. So basically, instead of filtering out the copper before it could do any damage, I had a splitter. At some point, I added this splitter in, and before the safety, and that was causing copper to go to all these other places, like this. Okay, which is holding things up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Gotta watch that. Coming up with, you know, innovative systems is awesome and everything until it isn't. Until you realize your stuff is not as innovative as you thought it was because it's full of bugs. Concrete, yes. Yeah, concrete. Not that we'll use a lot of concrete, but it leads to a lot of great stuff, so we'll start on it. And as per usual, we are hurting. Can I make any more red belts? No, I can't. There we go. Okay. And still short on some of those. Putting red belts kind of helps the throughput a little bit. Red belts that run between these. It's one way to kind of help things from backing up is to use faster belts. But really, it's just a stopgap. Eventually, you just have to increase your capacity, which we will. We will. All right. So look at the pollution. Pollution is spreading, but it's not unmanageable. Okay, we've got power down here. We could come down here and set up some oil derricks if we so desire. Do we have any spares? We got 6. Okay. And let's see, any more? Okay, so fast belts, it only makes, each recipe only makes 1. Interesting. Okay, good to know. I thought by making 20 I was actually making 40, but 'twas not the case. Okay, come on, make some belts. And blue science. I want to get some blue science made. So many things I want to do. Okay, that looks good. Not great, but it'll work. 3.6 Roentgens. Not great, not terrible. Oh, lights. Okay. Okay, steel. Yeah, steel hurting very much. Solar panels are going to bleed it off for a lot. Why is there... What? Why is there iron plates there? What the hell? Okay, that's worrisome. Why did iron plates end up there? Does that mean that somehow iron ended up plugging something? 3 iron plates. How did 3 iron plates end up on the belt? I don't know. Okay, steel is hurting. Yeah, I knew it would. Okay, another thing to think about is plastic. Is our plastic down here? Our plastic would be needed for red chips. Is there a copper deposit down here somewhere? Maybe? There is not. Let's turn the pollution off. There's one down here, but we set up a mining machine there, and these biters are going to be all over us. So I'm just trying to think of a place where we can... Okay, T, got it. Just need to make those blue science, and then we could get those machines. Let's go ahead and start production of the 8 that's in our inventory. Also, I think, okay, we got a bunch of steel. Let's go ahead and grab some iron. And do I have any engines on me? I do not. Head on down here and see what we have available. I think I've got a machine set up to make engine units, but I expect it's going to go very slow. There's only one of them, and we need to supply it with some materials. Pipes. Doesn't it need pipes also? So what does it show? Oh, it's short on gear wheels. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's working on engines. Good. Then plastic bars. Okay, what can we do? I suppose we can set up a machine, a couple of machines. I'll show you what I have in mind. This is going to make copper cables. This is going to make red chips, but in order to make the red chips, we need plastic bars and green chips. So we're going to set that up, set this up, and then it's going to spit out red chips over here. It's a little operation, very tiny. It's wee, if you will, but it will produce red chips. And that's kind of what we want. Let me check something here real quick. Okay, no, just time check. Work check. I'm here at work. Trying to work. But at the moment, I'm chillaxing a little bit. I ate lunch. So let's grab some more plastic. And you know what? Sulfuric acid, is that something I can do? Are we there yet? Yeah, it's on my inventory, so if I have iron plates, I can make sulfuric acid. That seems a long way to tap iron plates down, but I think we had mentioned before the possibility of just setting this up to make iron plates specifically for stuff needed here. But I'm going to set up sort of a preemptive radar set over here in anticipation that we're going to use it. So let's throw down radar set, one each, right there. And then we go to the map, and we can see it's all nice and cozy there. All right, good. So, I know I recorded 7 Days to Die. I did day 3, and it took me 2 hours to do it, but I can't find the file anywhere. I cannot find the video file, which makes me wonder if it got saved at all or got corrupted and the computer just ate it. I don't know. Can't find it anywhere. So that's a little distressing. Annoying too. Okay, let's get more copper and more green chips and let's feed this machine. So yeah, I don't know what that means for the series. I mean, no day 3. I accomplished day 3. I'd hate to, just seems incomplete to just go day 4. But I don't want to restart yet again after everything. I mean, I don't want to do that. Not quite sure what to do. Welcome any comments. What are your thoughts? Okay, more copper. And let's grab some green chips. And let's grab some iron, because I'm kind of thinking we need to set something up. Do I have any chemical plants? Do I still have any chemical plants? Do I have any left over from yesterday? I don't see any. So I'm kind of thinking we should get that going as well. We've got the sulfur. What about mining machines? Man. What am I needing here? Engine units. Okay. And what do I need for engine units? I need advanced circuits, right? No. Do I need advanced circuits for engines? Engine units? I don't think I do. No. No. There should be everything that's needed to make engines. Already down here, right? Yeah. There sure enough is. And it's just slow going with the engines. Okay. So now what? Okay, working on the blue science. So sulfur, advanced circuits, and engine units, both of which are being made down here, so that I shouldn't need to hand jam anything, to be honest. I should just go like this, and I can tap off here. And then if I remove that and just do this, and then the engine units just come straight up here. And one other thing we do is this. And we take half of the engine units that are made and we put them in a crate so that they will help us make trains and other stuff later on. And put that crate there. And what this machine is going to do is slowly chip away at blue science. So there we go. Blue science is being worked on. Little by little we'll get it. The only problem is we do need to manually feed some of this garbage. And to be honest, if we had both copper and iron down here, we could actually make this a little bit self-sufficient, I think. That would be good. Yeah, especially we can further make it so by bringing our plastics. That was dumb. There we go. Let's move that pole. Okay. All right. Chewing away at the blue science. Okay, iron plates. Iron and copper plates both would be good. If we could get them down here. Now there is that end of the belt. There is this right here. We could try to bring this down and see what that does for us. And I mean, it would be slow. It would be slow going. But there would be forward progress, however slow. Forward progress. Oh. Sitting here thinking something should be coming this way, but it isn't. What's going on? Okay, we're going to bring this way. I should be using trains in some way, shape, or form for this, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I should. Alright, let's go get more belts. Tedium. Lots of tedium. Okay, where are the belts? Where are the belts? They're over this way, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. My goodness, that does indeed use a lot of belts. And if it comes this way... Now we're going to do the same thing here. Actually, can I make blue machines? Yes, I can. And I'm going to do one, and that's it for now. All right. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I think that'll still fit. We'll bring in the iron plates from here. What this is doing, this is yet another array that's going to make green chips. Let's see, can I move that there? Like that? Like so? Yes. Okay. And here comes that stuff. Let's see if we can have everything ready to go by the time the iron gets here. You know, something about that part of that song reminds me of the show Breaking Bad. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. So there's that. And let's go ahead, give them the recipes. And then this is going to be green chips. And let's see. That's the sound of the Book of Faces. What's going on with the Book of Faces? Okay, let's see. Problems. Okay. Okay, so I needed this. Why? Right, so we could feed... okay, it's got copper cables. I'm sorry, copper coils, but we can bring copper down to feed that permanently. So let's do that. Oh, this is just terrible, terrible spaghetti here. And for plastics, what does this need? This needs 2 plastic and 2 electronic circuit. Oh, perfect. Okay, then we do this. Not what I was doing, but we do this. Okay, what is going on here? And why did this stop? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a yellow machine to do this. And it will slowly, just to keep this machine working, this is going to slowly pull red circuits off of here. But then, oh, this one ran out of engine units. Okay, this one needs more. What does it need to produce more? It needs more iron plates. It actually needs more iron pipes and steel, so that will not be self-sufficient. I would have to feed that. Crap. Okay. So, how much science have we got built? 24. Oh yeah, that's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Okay, so I take that. What else? We can take this. And I can, the copper, or the what you call it? The, uh-oh, what do we got? So what's with the copper plates? What's with the iron plates and the copper? Why is that happening? Okay, I think I might know why. Let's go back up. So the only explanation for that, I think, could be that there may be a mining machine that is that's on the copper array that's overlapping the iron ore. And if that's the case, we need to find that quick. Otherwise, that could gum up the copper circuits, right? But it sure doesn't look like it. No, it sure does not look like it to me. Oh, look at that. Got some without power. So, how did it happen? How did iron ore get with the copper? Or, I'm sorry, how did iron plates get with the copper plates? I don't understand how that happened. It was only 3 of them. Oh, it might have happened earlier. You know what? Maybe those were iron plates that were stuck from earlier, and I don't remember exactly what it was that we discovered earlier, but yeah, okay. Do I have steel on me? I've got a little more steel that I can use for engines, but the reality is, okay, reality is I need to figure out some sort of steel solution. Okay, let's do this. And let's do this. Bring this down. And wrap it around this thing. Oh, how ugly it is. Ah! Okay, so 1 iron plate makes how many gear wheels? Okay, 2. So really, I think what we need to do then is this. We'll take and how about pipes? 1 iron plate. Okay. So what we're gonna do is this. See, 1, 2, 3. Then we bring this down this way, and we continue the belt this way, bring this whole thing to here. And what this is going to be is our pipes and our gear wheels. So the recipe here will be pipes, the recipe here will be gear wheels, and we're going to take our little utility pole and drop it right there. Okay, and that's going to feed the stuff to the engine units. The only other thing we would need to do, and we can do it on a tiny scale, to be honest. Oh, this is going to be so jacked up looking, but whatever. Whatever. First of all, how many copper plates do we have? Let's go ahead and make some belts. And then we are going to do this. We are going to set up oh, do we have a steel furnace to do it? Yeah, we're going to set up a couple of furnaces. Yeah, we're totally going to do this. We're totally going to do this. Because reasons. Let's see. Because reasons. And how do we want to do this? Let's just set this up like this. I don't know if it's going to be enough. And then do this. Okay, so we'll do that. And let's see if this actually works. Is it going to? What if can we use maybe red? Okay, so there's our steel. There's our steel. And let's go ahead and get our steel down to here. And this is all basically to make some blue science. But when we increase the size of the base, we are going to make this not so janky. I'm just trying to automate this a little bit. This is the definition of spaghetti right here. This is what causes it. It's patch this together, throw that together, and you know. Okay, so there we go. That's gonna keep our engines supplied. And how much blue science do we have? 42. Yeah, we're just gonna let that run. We'll let that run do its thing. Okay. Oh yeah, so sulfuric acid. Why don't we start working on that also? So let's get, I will say, 4 tanks. And in order to make it, we need water. And how's the water situation right now? The water situation is great. The oil situation is great. Okay. So I think we'd be okay doing this then. In order to make sulfuric acid, we would need chemical plants to do it, right? So I will start on 5. Yeah, sulfuric acid made in a chemical plant. We need iron plates, sulfur, and water. Okay. I don't want to clutter things down here, but I guess I'm gonna have to because of all the jankiness that I did up here. Or I could do it over here if I don't mind spreading it out a little bit. Although that makes this belt look all janky coming from the sulfur. But really, actually, that isn't really a big deal. If I switch the direction of the belts and bring it this way, no, that would not be terrible. That would not be terrible. How do I want to do this? It's inputting a fluid and a solid and outputting a fluid. So that makes for a tricky system. Alright, so what else? So with sulfur, in order to make sulfur, or sulfuric acid, the ratio is 1 iron plate to 5 sulfur. So we're going to go through a ton of sulfur and not many iron plates. Which leads me to think, how many chemical plants do you think would be necessary? I honestly don't know. I don't want sulfur to travel a long way. Where to put the plants? I've just kind of screwed myself here. Shot myself in the foot. I could bring some iron down there, trickle it down here, that would be fine. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to do a thing here. Let's go ahead and add one of these. There. So at least one of them's going a little quicker. Okay. So where was I? Chemical plants. So water has to come in and sulfur has to come in. I think it'd be wise to set them up in an array like this. And let's make some pipes. And, okay. Yeah, like that. Pipes, pipes, pipes. And let's go ahead and do some undergroundies. Right like that, yes. So there, that brings in the water. And we'll bring in the sulfur from the back, I think. Where's our pipes? Did we just not make... Oh, okay, yeah, got it. We'll bring in the sulfur from the back. Let's make a whole bunch of belts. Oh, you know what I could do? Just do this. Oh, this looks so janky. Now, what are these belts? These yellow belts are what? 15 items per second. And how long does it take to craft a unit of sulfuric acid? 1 second. So that means it uses... I'm going to need 15 sulfur per second. Well, okay. So we're going to suck down this belt quick. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I screwed up. And then, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put sulfuric acid tanks over here. And we'll do the undergroundies. First of all, let's make a nice manifold here, and let's get our undergroundies. And boom, boom. And that should do it. Now let's get some power. And some lights. And a recipe. How about them apples? Okay. And then once this belt is clear right here, I'm going to go ahead and connect this belt to it. Okay, now what's it missing? Oh, right, it's missing... fudge. It's missing the iron plates. What was I thinking? Duh. So really... oh man, and if it requires that much stuff... If it requires stuff to come in that fast, then we have a little bit of a problem. Okay, and that problem is that we can't put sulfur and iron on the same belt. As tempting as it might be, we can't do it. Because it won't meet the needs. We'll deliberately be hamstringing ourselves, which means we have to add another belt, which means... Ugh. Oh, it just gets worse and worse. Okay, so we'll do that. And then this other belt right here is going to be our iron plates. Oh, so much spaghetti. You know, what was it? Wanderbots, I think is what he said. Look, it's spaghetti or forgetty. So, yes. It's spaghetti, damn it. Alright, the sulfur is coming. Stack inserter bonus not happening. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of batteries. We're going to go ahead and start research on batteries. Yeah, we're going to need them. Okay. There we go. So, this is going to use sulfur really fast. Yeah, that's using sulfur at a pretty good pace. Yep, it's filling those tanks up, that's fine. And with sulfuric acid and copper and iron coming this way... Oh, you know what? We don't need these, so I'm going to pull these up. These were going to be for sulfuric acid, but now we don't need them. So now, with sulfuric acid, copper, and iron, we're going to be able to make batteries. So that's good. Yep, it's going to be slow. We're going to set up a much better system for making this stuff, but we just need a really robust supply of iron and power and all that, but we don't have it just yet. So, still nobody. I put out the word. I put out the word, but, you know, nobody's here. At least on Discord I did. So, maybe I should learn to do that with, learn to do it on Twitter or something. So, whatever. Oh, you know what? Let's block that off so when it fills it up with 100, it won't tap off the engines anymore. So that's what's hurting here, is we just need engines. How many do we need per science? 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take some time. Drop some lights. And let's see, here, 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 here. I can't believe we set up this like stupid little steel plant. Okay, here's one thing we're going to do. Let's go up and there's more iron or steel chest, or not steel chest. There's more steel furnaces up here. We're going to use those, and we'll see if we can increase our steel output just a little bit. Always things we can do, I'm telling you. But hopefully we can make a go of this. This is where I usually end up a little bit confounded. You know the factory has to grow, but in order to make it grow, I need to make certain components, but in order to make those certain components, I need a bigger factory. It is what it is. Okay, can I make? Okay, yeah, I can make them. There we go. I thought maybe I'd set up automated furnace production, but maybe I didn't. Actually, yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I sure did. Okay. Okay, batteries finished. Accumulators. Start research on that. If we're going to make solar cells, we're going to want accumulators. Mos def. Okay. So let's go fix this. Where are we at with solar cells? We are 500 solar cells. Okay. So I noticed the water here is turning green. I suppose that means it's polluted. What if we catch a fish out of there? Is that going to be a problem? Will they be mutated fish? No. Same as always. So I'm wondering why it's showing up as green. Does it actually mean anything? Can we not use it? I don't know. But there is definitely an effect of pollution on the water. Again, I think that's a new thing that's been added. I don't know how long ago. I mean, for all I know, it might have been in for the last year. I just had no idea. Okay, yep. We are making sulfuric acid at a breakneck pace. Although, it doesn't really look like... it doesn't really look like the furnace is having any effect. I mean, the engine thing is just running slow. Which means there's room to double it up. We could do that. That is the bottleneck right now. Oh, telling you. Always something. Let's see. Could I do that? If I were to bring... Never gets old. I don't like to have stuff like this interloping into the oil refining area because it affects the expandability of the oil refining. Well, let's see. Or bring it into the tracks. That would look like crap. Wow, yeah, this is just ridiculous. Let's see. But is it possible? Might it be possible? There's not much just red and green that we can do. There's not much. Maybe I'll do it. What the hell? Let's see. Oh, I could totally do it. Oh, I could totally do it. And it wouldn't take much. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This could totally work. Yeah, and I'll make a solemn promise, you know, a solemn promise that I'm gonna never, you know, it's not gonna stay this way, right? Oh, you know what? Hang on. That this is just temporary. Yeah, that's right. That's the ticket. It's just temporary. Okay, this goes into here. That goes into here. This goes there. Oh, wow. That. Wow, talk about a single point of failure. That's not cool. I removed that one pole and the whole thing went dark. That's not really cool. Okay, so that's going to make engines, and it's going to add it to this belt right here. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, such spaghetti. I really don't mean to do it, but it just kind of happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that garbage we threw in there today. I love it. But, I mean, officially I hate it, and we should never do that. And spaghetti is inefficient and terrible and awful, and we should never do it. So, yeah. Okay. Let me take a look at our line here. So, oh, because power came up from this way. So, really, what we should do is bring in power from here also. That really is a single point of failure. I don't like it. Okay, so if we run this way, okay, so that'll connect that up. We still have this running this way, but what we're going to end up doing, actually, is... do we have any large utility poles? Large utility poles are going to be placed up and down the railroad tracks, and they're going to deliver power to all of our different locations in the future. Okay, how's our sulfuric acid situation? Looking good. And we're gonna have to automate red belts, but I think that's gonna actually happen at a later time But for now, we've been at this for an hour and a half, and we kind of need to call it an episode. I've got stuff to do. And lab research speed is finished. Let's go ahead. Is there anything else? Mining speed. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. Yep, that would be good. All right. Yeah, it appears everything seems to be going okay. Everything seems to be going okay. I think we're in good shape. Good temporary, air quotes here, temporary solution. And this is the grindy part. This is we've got to set up. We get blue science, we get electric furnaces, and then we get the ability to just increase our power, increase our furnace, our base size, and just everything's just going to go a whole lot easier if we can do that. So, but anyway, I think that's going to be it for now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.